Wow. Okay. Well, let's proceed. Wait, no, that is the wrong scene.
Art therapy is a
Art
way
therapy.
to connect to and explore your deepest thoughts and emotions using art. It can be hard to find the words
Now
to
stop.
really grasp them.
Holy crap. That is... This has been some next level stuff. Oh wow, hello, hi. Welcome, my darlings. This is Tayu. You're a freaking dude. What's up? Oh dear me. Let me scroll back up and say hello to everyone. Lankari, congrats on being first? Question mark? Even though the plot thickens because Conifer Tree says that it said it was closed because like apparently Conifer was there earlier. Connie was there earlier. But I guess Connie was there too early and before Twitch realized that the stream had started. Apparently. Hang on. Something's not right. I seem to be a little turned around. Oh. Hello. I don't know, this camera work is really complex. Azen, hi. How are you doing, Azen? Goodbye, no. It was not supposed to be goodbye. I'm here, hello. Pablito Gatizio, hello. Nice to see you. It's finishing. No, it's not. Hi there, Dunchan. By the way, let me give a shout out to Aster Sola, who is a wonderful bean, a wonderful loaf, a wonderful little creature who came from an oven. Maybe? Did you come from an oven? I don't know. Do you have lore, or are you just like that? Which is, you know, totally respectable as someone who is just like that. Don't have spawn lore? Why not?
Wait, did you write a message? Did you write a message? I'm gonna look it up. Wait.
This is the Aster, yes. God, you're just so freaking sweet. It hurts my heart. Like in a good way? Like, no, not in a good way. It hurts my heart in the sense of like, ah, no, why are you not right here in my arms? Like, you know that kind of thing. So it's like in a good way, but like, also like, you know, it doesn't hurt in the good way, and like the, you know, the. I'm gonna stop talking now. Hi, Torian. Hello. Hi. Connie, thank you so much for the resub. 19 months, man. That is an amount of time. That is like a big amount of time. More than 1.5 years. I can do math. It's been 84 years, oh no. Well, Tayu knows pain in the good way. I guess I've been massaged before. That's good pain. Like when, you know, when you get right in there with a muscle and it's like, ugh, you know? Yeah. Hi there, Sunova, and hi there, Lucy. How are you guys doing? And Woobert. How y'all? We don't have a we don't have a Suba around. I had like a whole idea. I had a whole idea going on for like today's subject, but then it turned out that, like, you know, I was in my server, which I don't know. I'm just gonna do a quick little plug here. Super streaming right now. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that Suba is streaming, but also taking part in this whole thing somehow. Because like she was talking about like, you know, a subject idea she had, because like she, well, I guess I don't want to speak on her behalf. I don't know if that's okay. But, yeah, man. Whew, yesterday has been a lot. I don't know if, like, maybe I'm on the verge of being sick again. Like, you know, that thing where, like, your body's being like, oh dear, I'm fighting something. There's something going on, and I'm letting you know by hurting you, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. Might be. Definitely didn't help that one time, you know, a couple days ago when I went to get like a bike from the other side of town, and I was like, oh, you know, I should bring something to like, you know, cover up my arms and stuff like that, you know, because it might not be that warm. And then I got there and it was like really cold. And all I brought is like this really thin jacket, not jacket, like just a button-up shirt. Just, you know, I figured that would be more than enough, but apparently not. So, that didn't help. But, yeah. Yeah, it's been, a lot has been going on. Like, God, a couple days before that, like, just one day before that, yeah. One day before that, had to get up early and go to, like, a place, what do you call it? It's like they provide like a rehabilitative measure to help people with psychological issues integrate into like, you know, the job market. And man, it's kind of wild because like I'm realizing that like, I don't know, I feel like I really want that in a sense, which is crazy to think about, because like I've long had like these really big fears about, you know, work reintegration or something like that. About like, you know, having to have a job, you know, like, I mean, the only experiences like work that I've had are like, you know, school, which was suffering, and, you know, some like mini job that I had, which is also suffering, and like that one practicum that I had as part of school, which was also suffering. So I was like, you know, didn't have the best experiences, but like, I don't know, I feel like I'm starting to wonder if maybe like in terms of my being, like my what do you call it, my free something, the stuff that I was born in, my character, my nature, like in terms of that, I feel like I might actually be like pretty extroverted, and it was just like kind of, you know, eaten out of me, not literally, but you know, feels like it. And yeah, I think I might really like want to just go to a place and, you know, as long as the people are okay, it'll be good. Hey yo, what? School and suffering both start with an S. Coincidence? Probably. But also, I don't know. Actually, it's really weird. Like suffering. Where does this? Hang on, because like I know that the word suffer has like the meaning had like the meaning of like allow or something. Hang on, suffer etymology. The English word suffer. Wait, no, I'm not gonna trust the AI overview. Anyway, from Middle English, suffren, suffrir, from Latin suffere, to offer, hold up, bear. From sub and carry. Huh. Like how? Why did it come from that? I guess it came from like, maybe it was like a little, like a bit of a like understatement thing. Like it was just like, you know, you're made to bear something, and then it became more like, you know, you're really being made to bear something, you know? Like real bad. I don't know. Anyway, hi. Speaking of suffering, so, about life. No, seriously. Yeah. What else is there to say? I don't know. I had an idea for like today for the subject. If no one has like anything like that's really pressing, anything that you really need to get off your chest. Cause like tomorrow I'm going to meet with my social worker again. And he gave me a sort of homework. Plus a random story out? Sure. He gave me a sort of homework to like fill out a blank page, you know? And, well, not necessarily fill it out, but, you know, at least try to get as much as possible for like, things that I want in life. Just like, I don't know if plan's the right word, but like, you know, dreams, hopes, stuff that I hope to achieve within like, you know, short term, mid-term, and long term. We already talked a little bit about that, about like, you know, like short term would be like a relationship, and then mid-term like a stable relationship, you know? So like, you know, because obviously I would want one, you know, as soon as possible, but like, bleh. And yeah, like even, man, there've been some talks about like maybe at some point within the next few years going to Australia to meet some friends. That would be nice. Marry the goat, yes, please do. Would love to show it off. Alright, I have one poem on suffering that I really like. You know what? Sure. Why not? Let's go. Since I'm kind of low-key waiting for Suba to maybe show up, like, maybe if someone could, like, go into her chat and ask what's up, if she's gonna join. Cause, I mean, I realized that I started a little bit late today. Because I got distracted. I got distracted guiding a raid from Nasu to somewhere else. No. Suba's playing Buckshot Roulette. Ah, okay. Well, darn. I also want to go to Australia, right? Man, it's so crazy. There's so many, like, absolutely amazing people over there that I love so much. It's like, what the hell? What do they put in the water there? Is it the saltiness? Is it because we're on an island? But, like, it's not an island. I mean, it's an island in the sense that, like, every place is an island. You know, like, man. To be fair, most of them live on the coast. But like maybe there's, I guess that means it's not really in the water. It's more in the air, because the soul travels through the air. That does help. I would really like to live in a place that has like salty air, yeah, because like that's really good for your lungs, you know. Anyway, maybe that's why they all sing so beautifully. Because like you know, there's these three people I know from Australia who have like these beautiful voices. Salty air, yeah. Has been feeling so autumn over here already? Yeah, man. So weird. Hang on, no, what is this? Matthew Solomon. Is this a poem? Is this a poem? It doesn't read like a poem. It doesn't look like a poem, at least. But, okay. I guess let's read this. There we go. Zbigniew Havelt or something. Mr. Cogito and the Pearl. Sometimes Mr. Cogito recalls, not without his emotion, his youthful attempts at perfection, those juvenile per aspera ad astra. Oh, I know that one. I know that word from... I know that phrase from a Pokemon fan game.
One day, a small pebble happened to fall inside his shoe as he was hurrying to classes. It maliciously worked its way between raw flesh and his sock. Ugh. Common sense suggested that he get rid of the intruder, but the principle of amor fati demanded, on the contrary, that he endure it. He chose the second, heroic solution. In the beginning, it didn't seem dangerous, a nuisance and nothing more. But after a while, the heel appeared in his field of consciousness. It was at the moment when the young cogito was trying to grasp with great effort what the professor was saying about Plato's concept of ideas. The heel grew, swelled, pulsated. From pale pink it became scarlet red, like a setting sun, and pushed out of his head not only Plato's idea, but all other ideas as well. In the evening, before going to bed, he emptied the foreign body from his sock. It was a small, cold, yellow grain of sand. The heel, on the contrary, was large, burning, and dark with pain. Oh.
I see what this is saying. Does this classify as a poem? That is so interesting. It really doesn't read as a poem. It's really like more like just kind of a story, but like, huh. But I mean, someone, I don't remember who, but like someone has like defined poetry as just like the right words in the right order, which is like, you know what? In that case, yeah.
Just prose? Kind of. I don't know. He actually has another poem about poetry that I'm obsessed with, but it's kind of gory. Oh dear. It is a poem. I think those kinds of poems have a name. Oh. Interesting, interesting. I don't know much about poetry. But yeah, man, I hope today's session is gonna go well, because like I'm having trouble really putting into words the meaning here. But like, I hope it's like kind of self-evident. Because like, yeah, this person, to put it into plain words, just like this person has this idea of like that like there's nobility in suffering, but there isn't, because like, you know, when you just endure suffering for no reason, that just means, you know, that, well, it doesn't even have to be for no reason, but suffering has this way of like pushing itself into the forefront of your mind and making like pushing everything else out. So, you know, it actually kind of reminds me of you know, that scene from Critical Role that I keep coming back to, where it's like you know, this wise character is talking to this powerful character who believes that, like, you know, the powerful character believes that he needs to make his pupils suffer in order to strengthen their character, and the wise character is just like, you know, you're an idiot. Like, the suffering does not make character. It's love that makes character. It's the love that builds the character back up after the suffering. The suffering just breaks the character, and the love builds it back up into something stronger. And yeah, like, yeah. It's an interesting poem. Thank you for sharing that. Do you want to get the go, or are you on? I feel like that's enough of a tangent for now, but thank you for offering. Now, any thoughts on the Granddad? What? Who? Like the game? Granddad? Oh, wait. Oh, right. Sorry, I missed that. The siren song is attracting to you to Australia, indeed. TLDR, a granddad dying before his grandkid's birthday. So he runs out of the line to heaven, bangs on the gates of hell, so he can enter a series of gambling matches to get more time in his life to see his grandkids. Oh, interesting. There've been stories like that, but I don't know how much they involve gambling. Although, actually gambling is a classic thing to like challenge death to, isn't it? Huh. I mean, that kind of story has a lot of potential. It's very classic. But, you know, still very applicable to... Oh, a neat isekai. Oh. An isekai, even. Interesting. Well, that's a different twist on that. Richard, hi. I really like the contrast between pearl in a title and small, cold, yellow grain of sand. Oh, like there is no pearl, just hurting heel. Yeah, which is, it's interesting because like, you know, the, yeah, because like what a pearl is that like some dirt that got into a shell, and then the shell has like basically produced this this stuff to get to encase the dirt. And like it's beautiful to us, but you know, our body has a similar function, but that's just us, you know. that's nothing noble or beautiful or anything. That's just disgusting and stinky. Suffering breaks you into pieces so you can rebuild yourself with love. Or, well, yeah, so you can rebuild yourself. Yeah, that's true. I was thinking that like other people's love heals you, but no, other people's love helps you heal yourself. That's true. That's very true. Sure, share in Discord. I'd gamble with the devil just for gambling's sake. I love gambling. All right then. I guess I'd know how you got into hell then. All right. Now, for today's subject, does anyone have anything burning on their soul that they would like to what is the word for this to turn into a subject for today? I feel like there's a word for that. Suffering. Well, true. I mean, we've had that subject. Yeah, that's been a subject right now for the stream so far. Let me take a sip. But yeah, no. I would like to do the whole, you know, wish for the future kind of thing, like dreams for the future, something like that. Or maybe, maybe it would be better to just make future in more general terms, like the subject. What do you guys think? So people and feel more free to approach it in different ways. Then again, it might be good to just like say, you know what, you might not believe in your future or anything, but like you just try to find something that you would love to have in the future. Like, where would you want your life to go? Maybe that's not a bad thing to do every once in a while. Be like, okay, no, today is positive, let's go. How do you feel? What do you think about it? Once again, I would really love a little X amount of people are typing thing for the chat. Bold of you to assume I feel able to think right now. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a... It really shouldn't be like a too thinky thing, right? It's more like, you know, I don't intend for you to like write a whole list of like things, because like that's not what art is, right? You know? Rather, I guess the idea is that like, you know, you would look at how things are right now and see like, how would I want things to feel different in the future, you know? Like, what do you think of that? Oh, okay. Fair enough. But still, I think it's an interesting point to make. like, my thinking is not fair. I don't know. Sounds good to me. Sounds workable. Like, you know, like if right now you feel alone, and you want that to change, then like, you know, draw like how you imagine this not loneliness, this feeling of connectedness and having company, you know, how that would feel like to you. Ambition, goals? Ambition feels too that feels too goal-oriented, I guess. You know, I guess, like ambition and goals, both of those feel like they could be like really strongly related to like careers or something like that. And I wanted less to be like, you know, about career and more like intrinsic, more like here is a need that I have, a void that I want to fill. Autumn? Coming autumn? That's very... Autumn feels more like a... Like a... blah blah blah. I associate autumn with more like, you know, a downfall. You know, like the end of something. Sounds more, you know, less like something to strive for. I mean, obviously, like if, you know, if autumn is something that you're looking forward to, then that's totally fine. You know, that can be your thing. Okay. Take care, Del. Take care. Autumn is when things get good for me. I had summer. Fair enough. Just like, you know, I don't know. I understood autumn as like a suggestion. I was thinking more like autumn is coming, the wind of change blows. Oh, yeah, but like, I feel like if you make that the overarching theme, then... Sorry. Yeah, then, you know, it feels more like, thank you. It feels more like settling down rather than like striving for something, you know? Like, it should feel like something to strive for, but not so much in the sense of like, this exact thing needs, like, I don't know how to express it. Like, you know, it's like, I don't want you to draw like a car, like for a stupid example. I want you to draw like the feeling of feeling free to move around, you know? Like if that's like to focus on the feeling of what you want. I love it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. I hope it does. Let's see. How do I formulate this? Today's subject. I don't know, just I'm like hopes for the future. Maybe? Or let's make it more specifically hopes for my future. Let's say a wish for my future? Maybe? Maybe. I really don't know. A wish for my future. I don't know, that has a nice ring to it. Okay. Let's go, drawing a pile of cash in slot machines. I would encourage you to make it a little more, you know, abstract. Like, you know, when you want... I mean, okay, I guess... Granted, if you really enjoy nothing in his life more than gambling, then
Sure. Live your truth. But yeah, if it's about like money, then money, you know, money is never the end goal. The end goal is a feeling. The end goal is of feeling like satisfied, of feeling accomplished, feeling, you know, feeling like you're like happy, feeling happy. It's about happiness, right? Ultimately, and just like give a shape to that happiness. Something to strive for, something that you can put on your wall and be like, man, I want to get there. What can I do today to get there, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Money can't buy you love, but it can rent it for a while. That is incorrect. Isn't that very goal-oriented, though? Yeah, I don't know. It's... See, the thing is, I don't know. It's about associations, right? Like, when I hear goal, I think of something like very concrete. And like that feeling is a little more... It's less like... Ugh, and empty. That feeling is less concrete and more like, you know... Bleh. More like a feeling, you know? A vibe. And I think that's... Well, first of all, that works better for, you know, the subject of, like, introspective art. Like, you know, if you just want to draw slot machines or something, then it's like... then you're drawing a bunch of slot machines. Well, like, the idea of it is, like, to make it more, yeah, to make it more about, like, what do you really wish for? What is that desire? How does that look like? What does that feel like? And what do I want it to feel like? What do I hope to achieve? What kind of feeling do I hope to achieve by reaching for that goal, you know? Like, yeah, if I want, like, to belong somewhere, spoiler alert, then, then, like, what does that feel like? I won't just draw, like, a bunch of people. But, like, I'll try to give some color to that feeling, to get some, to really express, like, how that feeling of togetherness feels to me. In, like, you know, in contrast to the void that I feel inside myself right now that makes me say, like, I really want this. You know, when you feel bad about something, when you feel any negative emotion, that emotion is saying, like, hey, something is not right. Something in our current state is something that needs to be changed in order for us to be happy. You know? As a message. I'm glad you're enjoying the emotes. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Gonna just grab my reflector. And also, I need my cable. I did not set up the cable. Hang on. Give me a moment. Hello, young salaryman. Hello, hello. 8, 4, 9, 8. They. How are you doing? What up? Alright, I think with that, we have at least one person in the audience who is here for the first time for this. So, let me just do this thing real quick. Split. And actually play this time. Is a way to connect to and explore your deepest thoughts and emotions using art. It can be hard to find the words to really grasp those feelings and get them out there, and art can offer a gentle and safe way to unearth what goes on deep inside. And you might be surprised what you'll find there. You know, sometimes you think you know what something looks like, but then when you sit down to draw it, you realize you actually have no idea.
trying to depict your feelings makes you really have to understand what they are. Doing this in a group setting can provide a healing sense of connectedness and offer up whole new perspectives on your own inner world. I'm not a therapist myself, but I developed an interactive stream concept based on my own experiences with art therapy called Introspective Art, which I stream every Sunday on Twitch and YouTube. You don't have to be a great artist to take part. It's all about the process of expressing yourself and sharing it with others. So come hang out sometime.
Hang out sometime.
Okay. And with that, yeah, if anyone has any more questions about the whole process, then let them be known. Aside from that, I'm going to get the pinned message going real quick. And then also put it in YouTube chat just to be safe. Okay. And then, yeah. Let's get that countdown going. 2 minutes, everyone. We have 2 minutes now. 30 minutes. Let's go. Ah, Dylan, hi. Hello, hello. Hang on. Where is my iPad capture? Where is it? Why is it not showing up? iPad capture. Excuse me? Where is it actually? Oh, right. I understand. Okay. Dylan is tired today, so is Taeyu. Taeyu might be a little tiny bit under the weather. Had like a stomach ache earlier, and my throat has not been, has particularly been suboptimal. But it's gonna be okay. I think it's just one of those things where, like, my body is battling, but I'm not gonna succumb. Well, thank you. So do you, probably, I think, yeah. I'll make it a little brighter so I can actually see the colors. Now. Let's set the scene first and then add the colors. I already have something in mind, roughly speaking. Yeah, I cheated a little bit. By virtue of thinking about the subject beforehand. Let's use a different color for that, actually. And also, sketch. That's a little bit much. How about that? Why are you tired, though? Is everything okay? Hi, Suba. Hello. This is Taeyu, your emotional support animal. Right now we're doing a thing that I guess I should play the short again. But hi. Super Raid, hey! I heard that you were doing buckshot roulette. How was that? Let's see, I'm gonna I can't pause the countdown, but like I'm gonna set it back to 27.
Alright, let's rate Natopin. She's very cool. Plays Genshin.
Okay, let's rate her.
Oh no! Oh no. Oh.
That's a really nice
For
end scene.
Goodbye, Cat King Infinite, and Legio.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry for the bad timing.
Super has such a nice voice. Yeah, how was your blah, blah. How was your Book Show Roulette stream? Also, Centigraph, hi. Thank you for coming with the raid. Yeah. Hang on. Let me do this thing again. Super really does. Ah, thank you for the follow. Let me do this thing again. I just played this, but since we got a bunch of new people here, I've gotta give y'all an idea of what we're doing. Art therapy is a way to connect to and explore your deepest thoughts and emotions using art. It can be hard to find the words to really grasp those feelings and get them out there, and art can offer a gentle and safe way to unearth what goes on deep inside. And you might be surprised what you'll find there. You know, sometimes you think you know what something looks like, but then when you sit down to draw it, you realize you actually have no idea. Trying to depict your feelings makes you really have to understand what they are. Doing this in a group setting can provide a healing sense of connectedness and offer up whole new perspectives on your own inner world. I'm not a therapist myself, but I developed an interactive stream concept based on my own experiences with art therapy called Introspective Art, which I stream every Sunday on Twitch and YouTube. You don't have to be a great artist to take part. It's all about the process of expressing yourself and sharing it with others. So come hang out sometime. Yes, come hang out sometime. But yeah, man, I was hoping to wait for you a little bit, but then, you know, eventually we had to settle on a subject. So today's subject is a wish for my future. So basically, you know, try to grasp that feeling, you know, grasp like what you feel unsatisfied with in your life right now, and try to figure out like what would it feel like to have that desire satisfied, you know? What is that feeling that you try to strive for? Well, it's okay. I was just, you know, I was just hoping, since, you know, you seem to really have like a need to work something out, which I hope it's not saying too much that like you said that. Said it was on Discord. I figured it was public enough, but like I tried not to say too much about like what you were saying, you know. But yeah, you know. Oh, you know what? Let's reset the timer entirely. Let's go. Since I haven't even started yet. Half an hour, let's go. So, yeah. Hi there, Raiders. I'm hoping to become like a sort of mental health focused video essayist dude, and yeah, that's me. And aside from that, we do a variety of streams here. So if you like chill vibes, then hi. Please do make yourselves comfortable, or don't, you know? We always appreciate lurkers, or chatters, or anyone else. Yeah. And we also appreciate Supa. Now, let me see. I wanted to... Let's make it a little bit... figuring out like the whole composition can be interesting. Oh, that's too much. Like so, maybe. Ah, nice. Just put it around like this. Pushing. or something like that. And then, ooh, hang on, I'm gonna do something so cool. Done. Copy and paste. Heck yeah. Hi there, Ping. How do you do? Hope day's been okay. Hope yours too. I saw you were streaming earlier. How was it? Where did this come from? What is that doing here? Eh? Did I just... Is on another layer? What the heck? What? Okay. Oh, it's been good? Good. Good to hear. Now, insert, sure. And then, yes. Although, I should use a different one for that. One's gonna be a little bit more complex to draw than a lot of my usual stuff. Okay, now how do we do this? Hang on, so let me actually freaking name these layers because I know I'm gonna get turned around. Yeah, let's go for a simple style. I keep having this initial urge to like make everything really detailed and stuff. And I was like, no. Oh, I need to just practice my absolute basics every once in a while. You know what? Good. A little bit of a Cal art style. Everything feels nice and round. I'm not having a very talkative day today. Sorry about that. Please do feel free to share any thoughts you have, though. Anything you'd like to talk about. Just not good at, like, coming up with things to say myself. Well, maybe even more so than usual, rather. Not that I'm usually very good at it. Hello, Windbreaker. How are you doing? Don't mind me just developing a whole new art style for this thing. No big deal. Hang on. Did the thing again. I'm focusing too much on the face when I should first be figuring out the entirety of the the whole body. Hang on. How draw? Am I biting off too much again? For me to chew? Thanks for that, bet. There's like 19 minutes left on the clock, by the way. Okay, as much as I'm having trouble figuring out the pose and stuff, there's something really cute about this. I might have to pursue this art style further. Now, try this again. Mm. Somehow Teo becomes even more cute. Yes, this is looking pretty nice. You know, took me a while to get there, but it's something. It is very much something. And welcome back from the ads. Sorry about that. And now, merge that down, move it all around. Then this can just go back here. It's fine. It's whatever. Okay. We have accomplished so far like one small part of this whole thing. So let's hurry up. Hi, Sophera. Hi. How are you doing? Nice to hear from you. How do you do? How do you do with a drunken sailor? There's like 13 minutes left on the clock. Rush doing a silly thing. No, I'm good. Been a nice day, heck yeah. Anything particular nice happen or just, you know, regular niceness? Migraines make this today so hard. Aw. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are struggling right now. Like I had my friend over today. She wasn't feeling under the weather. I had a hard time thinking this morning too. I still have a hard time thinking, to be honest. I don't know. Something about this doesn't feel right. Gah. My hands are so shaky. I need to relax. Not too much. Not to the point that like I just don't hold the pen anymore or something, but just enough that like I you know, just make the big movements, the big strokes. Okay. And over here, put another person.
Yep. Hang on.
And then, just another one. Real quick. Hang on. Nope. Nope. Okay. The scene has been set. There's, oh god. There's not even 5 minutes left, but we have the rough outline. Not to give the whole thing a little bit of mood. Okay. Find a nice and warm color here. This one is pretty far over here. Okay. How about this? No. Hang on, what if this? I feel like that needs a different texture, definitely. What is a nice texture? Good morning. Hi there, Coffee. Hi there, Siphon. Hi there, Coffee Siphon. How do you do? There's like 1 minute left. Oops. Fine. Fine. There. Submitted. Did a fast one. Ooh. A fast one. Usually you submit way earlier. Ah, Ichigo senpai. Hi there. I mean, should I say, hajimemashite? Hajimemashite, Ichigo senpai? Oh, wait. Genki desu ka? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. A little bit... a little bit, you know, really tired, actually. A little bit really tired, a little bit, blah. But all in all, pretty okay. Repeating to myself that introspective art doesn't have to be good. Yes. Yes, very much so. As much as, like, you know, I'm not doing the best job of, like, demonstrating that with, like, you know, my own hard time, you know, not being too perfectionist about this stuff. Your day was rough? Aw. Also, my submission is a little vulnerable. Ooh. Oh man, I just realized that I didn't properly, like, explain to you the nuance of what I was, like, going for, but I don't know. I hope it still works out. Doing idle is cool, thank you. It's not just me that this stream is about, but a bunch of other people probably also joined us. At the very least, Suba did. I'm going a little bit over time. Color everything in. Really get the right mood across.
Hello.
Oh, Rev! Rev, hi! Hi, I've missed you! You are too, but you're not that good at it? You don't have to be. You don't have to be. It's all just a matter of, like, what you really want out of your art, you know? Like, lately, I've mostly just been using it for this, you know? Just to express some things. And hopefully give some people something worthwhile. Super fun though? Well, if you enjoy doing it, then you already won. Alright then. So, let's call this done. And put it away. So hopefully, let's see. We should have... Okay, so far we have 2 submissions. What? Interesting. Was there Huh. Looks amazing though, I love artists. No, thank you. Now, this is our first submission with the subject, A Wish for My Future. Oh. Oh. So, we have a recurring character here. Keep doing your best no matter what. Yeah. We have a recurring character here. The gold-haired, orange-haired love interest. And, you know, the red thread of love, fate, connecting him to the artist, covered in wounds and stuff. And then there's all these malevolent masks kind of coming between them. Like he's talking to two of them, and there's like this really big one with multiple mouths. No, wait, no, those are different masks. No, there's at least, yeah, there's one really big one. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like those kinds of anime scenes where like all the non-protagonist people are just depicted in like really stylized ways. You just, you know, especially when it's like to show the way that the protagonist sees everyone else, like only the person that they're interested in is like fully rendered, and everyone else is just like silhouettes, or even worse. So, in this case, it's an interesting, I guess, the wish for the future in this case really seems to be like that, you know, that connection. Like it feels like something is coming between you and them, like the person and them. It really feels like, to me, when I see this, it feels like kind of internalized problems actually are like coming between the two. Like the obvious reading would be that, like, you know, this other person is he's talking to other people and, like, you know, getting distracted by them, like maybe there's some jealousy involved or something like that. But, you know, obviously, like, there's no person with a face as big as that one giant mask in the background. The fact that, like, there's these wounds on the artist's face, their neck and stuff, really feels like kind of it's more about their own pain that is kind of coming between them. Like all these masks are less like about, you know, actually necessarily malevolent actors being there and like trying to cause a rift, but rather like it's hard, like it feels to me like the person now has a hard time not seeing everyone as evil and hiding their true faces and stuff like that. And go, okay, take care. Nice meeting you too. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. But as long as, you know, as long as that connection is there, I think it's gonna be okay. Alright. Let's see, what did they have to say? Oh, no notes on anything, okay. Fair enough. Our next submission. I never thought I would live this long. How was I expected to have a future? I thought we would freeze in the cold and darkness. I thought I would disappear in the wind and become part of the sky. I blow a dandelion seed and think about my blessings. Where do I go now? I clap my hands and I sing a song. We will learn to love again. I failed and was failed, grieved and was grieved. I take my bruised heart and set out. Cold and dark summer goes and autumn comes. This will be better. We sure will try. Tired but happy, this autumn will be warm. Aww. Well, I have a feeling who wrote this. Okay, let me try and go through this again and put everything into plain words. So, this, the, how do you call it? Who wrote this? What you call it? The lyrical self? The lyrical, hang on. What is it called? Let me look this up. The lyrical I, the lyrical self, the persona, the speaker. The persona, the speaker, the speaker, the speaker. The speaker, lyrical subject. The lyrical subject did not expect to have, you know, a long life. Probably expected to die pretty early on for reasons. For reasons like, you know, freezing in the cold darkness, which is clearly, you know, not the usual cold and darkness, not the you know, objective, concrete cold and darkness, because, like, you know, later on it repeats cold and dark summer. The summer was not cold and dark, it was cold and dark inside of them. Because loneliness or self-hatred, something like that. I thought I would disappear in the wind and become part of the sky. Disappear in the wind and become part of the sky. Sounds very brittle. Sounds very like ashes. Like, you know, very sensitive, very like ready to fall to pieces. I blow a dandelion seed and think about my blessings. Where do I go now? A dandelion seed. Interesting that, like, that's another thing that blows in the wind, you know, and disappears. But it's also associated with wishes. Where to go now? Where do I go now? Do you go with the wind? Clap my hands and sing a song, we will learn to love again. So, Feels like, feels like they, like they didn't have a strong enough core to hold themselves together, right? And that's why they, like, fell to pieces, like, fell into ashes, into dust. And then they, you know, because they had forgotten how to love, like, their heart was too hurt. Because they were failed and failed. They failed and have been failed. Grieved and been grieved. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. To me it feels like Yeah, like they have a void inside of them. A void that makes them feel like they don't have like a living heart, a living beating heart anymore. Because it has lost its life, its ability to love. And you know, but they want to believe again. They want to go out there and find that warmth again. The warmth of love, the warmth of a beating heart. No. The Disappear in the Wind line, when written, was originally intended to be about dormancy as a headmate, and how I might have just disappeared at one point. Oh. Interesting. I guess when you're a headmate, you can, like, kind of just disappear into nothingness like that, huh? Oh. Alright. Let's see. We still don't have another submission. Ah, this one was written by Stella. But today, not a lot of submissions, and turns out I need to pee. Dear Connie, do you though? No, Connie, I assume you're working on something. Is anyone else working on something? I think. Neil, you done typing? Okay. The thing is, I also need to pee. So, I don't know. Let me just be right back for a moment. Go piss, girl. Yes. I shall. You've gotta avoid panicking at all cost. Just stay well aware of where you are. Can someone clip that? Including the goofy laugh, that would be wonderful. Multitasking. I hope you are having a good day. Wait, no! 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 You are very... Oh god, oh god. Wait, no. It's, right. No. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's next room? What are you talking about? Oh god. I can't even tell anymore what we're talking about. What is the 6th room? Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. So wait. I can't even tell if my controls are reversed. They are reversed. They are reversed. That's the thing with numbers too. The thing with numbers is that they go on infinitely. So that's how you get someone like, all those multi-billionaires and stuff who have more money than they could ever possibly reasonably spend on anything, and still feel like they need to reach for more because they, Okay, I'm back. Hello. What is the up? Is anyone else working on something? It's so it's so hard to predict, like, how these streams go. Like, sometimes there's not a lot of people, but a lot of submissions. Sometimes it's the other way around. It's really weird. I guess if it's gonna be like this, submit it. Okay. Up. Thank you. Wow. I guess this is our final submission then. Unless someone comes in and with a surprise attack. Here's a little snuggle buckle. That's a character I don't recognize. Aw. It's such a it's such a squishy, snubbly, bubbly smile on Connie. It's so beautiful. Like a man, the color is like a whole. It's like a whole explosion of warm bubbles and sparkles. You're beautiful. Your face is beautiful. You're. Ugh. Man. God, what do I even say about this? Yeah, it warms your heart. It's like, Okay, what is there to say? What is there to say? So, it's a feeling of bliss. Interesting that, like, the lyrical subject is like the little spoon, you know? Being hugged from behind, holding the other person really close, you know, holding their arms close to the chest. Like, you know, being the little spoon, it implies this feeling of, like, being cared for, of, you know, having someone who just wants to hold you, being wanted. Like, in fact, man, even the image itself of, like, the spoons is like, here's a place that I fit in, you know? And yeah, the other person's head, like, resting on theirs, like a little bit of that, I guess on the one hand, the first thing I thought of is that, like, it's a little bit like a like one of those weighted blankets, like weighing down on you, and providing, like, some comfort like that. And also, you know, it's like it implies a little bit of more like a mutualness, like it's not just them, like, holding you, but also, like, not being held by you a little bit. That's nice. It makes it a little bit more on the level. No, not on the level. I feel like that's something different. A little bit more, well, you know, equal. And yeah, man, the warmth, the light. Yeah. And man, that smile is just so cute. Yeah, aside from that, I don't know what to say. It's just like, yeah, I get that. That is something beautiful. Arara. Hello there on YouTube. Hello. Two cat in a basket. Hello. Sorry I didn't see you there earlier. I hope I haven't made you wait for too long. Hello. Sorry, I really need to get my chats organized better. The light, yes! Okay. Let's see. What was their commentary? Man, I just want to be loved. Real. So real. I want someone in my life who will reciprocate my feelings equally when I fall in love with them, and who actually lives nearby enough to me that we can cuddle whenever. The character hugging Connie is Kenji. He is Connie's canon boyfriend. Oh my gosh. Who are designed to be exactly my type, inspired by various people I had a thing for at the time. Surprisingly, not the guy you expect, since I made Kenji months before you met that guy. Kenji is a lovable goofball who doesn't really care for superficial things, and so he can love me for who I really am inside. Aw. But, I mean, this is meaningless to you, but like, I think someone can love you for superficially too. You know, for superficial reasons. And also, last line. Warm, sparkly, yes. Very warm, sparkly. Alright, I'm gonna assume that that was the last submission. So... And there's my own thing. Let's see. A dip. I'm pretty happy with how I turned out in this one. Man, I really... Hang on. Blah. Orange sparkly. Well, it's not so much sparkly, is it? I guess I went for a different vibe. Seated around the table. Indeed. When I was originally thinking about this subject, I was thinking of like, you know... I was thinking like, on the one hand, like just depicting like people in a row, you know, but that didn't seem right, you know, because like then, you know, it implies a certain like uniformity, which of course this one does on account of like, you know, the others not being really defined, because I don't know them yet, you know. Yeah, I also... There were thoughts of like, man, do I just want like a second family, you know? Like a family that feels like family, I guess? Because like, you know, most of my family doesn't really feel like family. I actually wanted to put something more on the table, you know, put something there like, you know, like a project that we're working on. Because like I wanted to really get into it with like the idea that like, you know, we're doing something together. Like I don't want to just be like, I wanted to avoid like just being the center of attention, like putting myself in the middle and like expressing that like, I just want to be like, you know, I just want to have people like appreciating me, you know, want to be surrounded by people who appreciate me, you know, like not that kind of thing, but just like belonging, doing something together, being connected. That's why I chose those colors with like the red, the little glow around like the chest area, and using that same color for the table, be like this connecting factor. And you know, I failed to give Taeyu a second ear. I just realized. Dude just has one ear. Second or chosen family sounds like good things. Yeah, it does, it does. I really hope that I can find like some kind of workplace, some kind of something in the future where I just feel like, you know, we can do cool things together and I feel like I belong there.
Good job!
Thank you. And yeah. Yeah, that's basically it. Only has one ear, huh? So he's early completed. Early. Is there anything else to say? I wanna keep working on this one. Like, I also like the way I drew him. It was like really cute. Very round, very friend-shaped. I want to keep developing this. See if I can combine this with like the earlier style, you know, that I tried to come up with. This one, yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Like the proportion of the head is like really weird. They're really cute. Well, thank you. Finding family in a workplace is a tall order. Yeah, I know. That is the big challenge, isn't it? It's like, I mean, I don't know. It depends on the workplace, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna be the challenge we'll have to tackle when I do that whole, rehabilitative thing. But yeah. There is someone I wish to read. Let me just make sure they're already streaming. Not yet. Oh dear. Not yet. That is an issue. That is an issue. I really wanted to rate Cider. Cider is not yet streaming. Oh, what? Oh, hello. Oh, well, this is very sweet. I just went on Cider's Twitch page, and apparently she's recommending me. Hey, why don't you watch why don't you watch Teo the Goat VT while Cider is offline? Why don't you? Aw. Find a family first, make them into a workplace by creating a startup second. That is I'm not sure how well that works. No, hang on, let me check here. Yo, where's your Psy? Where's the Psy? Well, I think we're pretty much done here. I don't think there's enough going on for people to... Oh, hi there. Hi there, Kashka. Thank you for the cat package. Vibe check, posture check, and stretch. Alright, everyone out there who's watching, also take care of yourself, okay? Have a good stretch and posture check and stuff. Are you staying? I don't think so. It doesn't seem like I can do the thing good. I don't think there's a lot to do right now. Although I don't know. I do want to write into Cider. I do really want to write into Cider. But like, I currently have my workplace on the one hand and my chosen family on the Twitch mobile hand. Aw. The Twitch mobile hand. Aw. Aw. Wait. Does that mean you consider me family? Aw. Thank you for the lurk. You know what? I guess let's do a little bit of extra scribbling. Pass the time. So I tried to do a little bit more of a Cal Arts thing, huh? Like the bean face. So Oops. Where did you come from? There we go. Hang on. Let me try and get like a real proper circle going on here. Okay? That is not a proper circle. This is though. And now... we make the bean. How much bean is there? Hi, the crystal. How's my favorite goat on the internet? No, I don't know. You should ask them. Kinda. Not the only family, but yes. That is good. I'm glad to hear that. How are you doing, Crystal? Okay, and then ColorArt's thing is like this. Hang on, that was a little bit much, isn't it? Like so? Okay, that's a little bit intense. That is not quite as... That is... I didn't do it quite this intense before. Hang on. Let me try and copy this. This is on this layer, yes. Copy. You are asking them, well, oh my gosh, I was bamboozled. Been well, no longer home alone, but kinda glad about it. Aw. Did you enjoy your time home alone? Did you make the most of it? Throwing parties and stuff? Oh, okay, I didn't do it like, you know, not nearly as intensely. And also a little bit, okay. Like, still try to, although, you know what? Let's try this out. Let's take this for a spin. This is way too round, hang on. How does this look? We keep going this way? Mostly I'm just trying to teach myself how to live by myself, making food, doing the dishes, all that kind of stuff. That's so. So like, is that how you used the time alone? I mean, I don't suppose that, like, you know, your whole family left by just to, you know, give you time to learn how to get along by yourself, you know, right? This is so weird. Hang on. This ain't right. I'll need to at least give it an honest shot. To make sure that I can discard this, Hang on. If it's a proper side view, then it should be more like this. And so? Well, I guess more like so. For the whole, like, rehabilitation thing, I might want to go to, like, a whole, like, how do you call it? Like a whole clinic sort of thing, like in the middle of nowhere. Like, really take a break from everything. If that's an option for me. Don't know if that give that option to someone who has never really worked before. That might be something we need to earn. was my idea with teaching myself some nice skills that I can actually use in life. Told them that I want to stay home for the week when they're going on a trip. It was worth it. Ooh, man, look at you. That's so adult of you. So mature. Okay, this is definitely too wide open. Also, yeah, the eye shape needs to be different. Oh yeah, let's try this again. What am I doing? No. Still no cider. Okay. I don't know. Whatever. I'm trying my best because I know that sooner or later I'll have to move out. I want to be able to help my parents out when they can't really do stuff on their own. Aw, that is so sweet of you. Man. Your parents must be really nice for you to care about them like that. What am I doing? You're drawing yourself as a moomin is what are you doing? Apparently so. Ooh, wait. Ooh. Hang on. Show me moomins. Hang on. Moomin. What does a moomin look like? Okay. Alright. In that case, let's redo this again. Well, let's look forward. Yeah. Oh, stop doing that thing. Why is it doing that thing again? Where it like, you know, where it acts as if I'm holding the pencil sideways, even though I'm clearly not doing that. I care about most people that I played a bigger role in my life, especially about someone who gives me a place to live, food to eat, and comfort in my own self. I mean, you know, the food to eat and stuff like that, that should be self-evident that parents do that. And also, like, you know, the comfort in your own self. That's not... that's something that a lot of other people can only wish that their parents gave them. Oh, also sorry about the outbreak. Moments. Okay, that's about the right proportion. A little bit more. I love how grateful Crystal is. That's really inspiring. Yeah, it is. I mean, I was approaching it more from the sense of like, you know, not everyone has parents that they can be that grateful for, you know, like, so, I don't know. I guess you can approach it both ways. Like, you know, on one hand, I guess, in a sense, in both ways, Crystal's parents are admirable, right? Both to have treated their son so well that he can be this grateful for what they did for him, and on the other hand, to make someone, to raise someone who is like so grateful for all these things in his life. And feel so strongly about giving back. I did burn some dishes while trying to learn to cook for myself, but it's all part of the process. It is, it is. Wait, hang on. Let's first do this. Cute. I've totally made up a recipe for some, blah, blah, blah. In other words, burning a pan is part of the plan, yes. I've totally made up a recipe for some fried chicken, and I tell you what, I'm glad I did, because it's some of the best fried chicken I had in a while. Ooh, tell you the moomin, right? Hi there, Marco. Yeah, I think I still burn pans, by the way. I got this new pan for myself, and it's all like, you know, it was supposed to be like really easy to clean and use and stuff, you know, no stick ever, etc, etc. And the very first time I used it, like, there's still this black part of it that doesn't have the no stick function as much anymore, because like I guess I overburned it or something. I just realized, as cute as this is, which it is, if I want to do this, if I want to do this, I want to, hang on. Did I misread, like, when Sai is starting? Wait. Was I supposed to start, like, half an hour ago, or did I catch the time wrong? Are you, like me, someone who just turns the stove up to 11 every time? Ever since I stopped doing that, I don't have the problem anymore. Not really. Not really. I actually rarely do that. I mean, I don't know. It's, I don't know, complicated. It's complicated. Let's just say that. Yeah, it's complicated. Now, while I was here, right, I wanted to actually, like, finish this picture. I was like, you know, there's some stuff that I wanted to fix. Because I really like it. And I want it to look good. Gotcha. Okay. Wait. Am I not on the... Ah, there we are. You can go. Okay. Stuff can be a little bit scrungly around here. Oh, also, I just went game over for that one. Justice has been served. Game over? Oh. Well, I also like to try a little bit of everything. Then I figure out what I like and what I don't. Then I try doing what I like and improving on the things I don't like. Yeah, that's how it goes. That's why people who iterate a lot are better than people who just strive for perfection all the time. Because you get a lot of experience and you can, like, really learn from a lot of mistakes. Yeah, well, okay. There are technical difficulties on Cider's side of things. So, you need an ear. You look like someone who could use an ear. I know your kind. It's really replaying Eastward. It's astonishing how a game that's like 4 years old can trigger nostalgia like this. Eastward, I'm not familiar with that one. Really easy for me to do something when I'm doing it for somebody else, but when I have to make something for myself, it's a whole long process, huh? Is that so? Is that because you need to figure out what you even want? You bring it back to that thing that you said? Is that related? Hang on. God, it's so hard. So hard to gauge where it would be. The ear. That's one thing, but also it's because I might care a bit more about others than myself. Probably not a good thing, but I have no idea how to fix it. Yeah, that's a common one. Eastward has a bit of Earthbound in it, a bit of Zelda in it, a bit of Studio Ghibli in it. Wouldn't consider it a masterpiece, but it's nice. Huh. That does sound really nice. Even with that caveat. If you're replaying it like that and it's triggering nostalgia for you, must be doing something right.
Squish. Squish. Squishy dude. And now the eyes. The eyes too are squishy, dude. How did I get so distracted from the ear that I was trying to fix? I don't even remember when it happened. I just know that eventually at some point I was not drawing ears anymore. I think my medication might be wearing off. The reasons that I wouldn't consider it a masterpiece are sadly some characters and parts of the story. That, and I've heard people complain about the pacing in some areas. Oh. But do those problems matter to you? What are the problems with the story and characters actually? I'm curious now. Wrong thing. There's a wrong thing. Let me tell you about the wrong thing. What's the other thing I wanted to fix? Right. This person needs an ear. Bunch of missing ears here. You know what? While we are giving out ears, you get one too. In fact, you know what? You can have two of them. So I'm feeling generous. Yeah, and they get to be different sizes. Because you are looking goofy. Da, 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 da. Okay. And white and paint and tamar. I don't even know what that is. Some kind of brand. Oh well, your ears are looking cold. Yeah, it wasn't totally white actually. Now that I think about it. I don't think it was. This is closer to it, I think. The reasons... Hang on, no, you already read that. Wow. Hello there, thank you for the follow. I'm glad you're enjoying the vibes here. Welcome, welcome. If you would like to say something in chat, you can. If not, then you can also not. that's totally fine. Hang on, how do I fix this part though? Hang on. Before I do this, I should really do the line art here. So, sketching. Let's try this again. If ear here, then ear here.
sounds plausible. Sure. Oh. How about more of a wah? I will never. No, I'm not gonna say that. I will eventually figure out how to draw my ears in perspective. Today is not that day, but the day will come. So it shall be. I speak it into existence, which is something that I'm not very good at, as evidenced by the time I tried to speak into existence that I would sleep well. And then I didn't. Yeah, well, the point is we tried. It's all about just getting the idea across, right? That's the right-ish color. Cool. Okay. Hello. Sketching things all the time. Sometimes I'm a sketching guy. Sketching boys like this guy. I just rhymed guy with guy. 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 Characters-wise, it's a bit disappointing how a character looking weird or being fat kind of correlates with them being either morally reprehensible or an idiot. And I've read yesterday that the way they treat the one LGBT couple in the game is very disappointing too. There are characters and dialogue that just make the game I see. Yeah, that is one of those things that's always just kind of disappointing. I had one time, like, basically almost 100%ed the game from people that I thought were cool, and then it turned out, wait a second, you guys are extremely uncool, actually. The male protagonist being a mute man who only shows his love for his, like, I don't know, adopted daughter thingy girl, I guess, through protective violence is also very meh. Ugh. Yeah, that's some problematic things, I would say. Yeah, that kind of stuff, like, can really, depending on how much it matters to you, can really make it hard to enjoy a game as much as you want to. If this game is a masterpiece, it is an extremely flawed one. Like, you know, beating up bad guys to protect her is what I mean. Right. I didn't expect her to actually. I didn't expect him to beat up her or something. Man, I don't know how much longer I wanna keep like, you know, dragging this out. Might have to call it soon, because I was really not like quite prepared for this kind of stream. I mean, granted, I wasn't really prepared for any kind of stream. Today has been very much a slow day. One of those. Am I on the wrong layer? Huh. I don't know. Bunch of layers. Even with all that, I still like this game very much because many other characters are awesome, the art style and music is awesome, it hits me right in the feels in a couple places. What are some of your favorite places that it hits you? That's a weird way to ask that question. But I hope you know what I mean. Hey, you gonna go back to bed? Good night. Love you too. Love you too. Love you too. Rest well. Spadoo-doo, spadoo-ba-dum-doo. Spadoo-boo. Spadoo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Spadoo-boo? If you were talking to me just now, my Twitch app just crashed when I sent the last text. Oh, okay. I asked, and I quote, "What are some of your favorite places that the game hits you?" Which is still a weird way to ask that question, but I'm insisting on it. Look in general chat, what? General chat? Why, what happened? Oh dear, the Kubrick stare. The Kubrick stare. Oh no. That is, I need to figure out some better way to position myself before the camera to make sure that doesn't happen. Because that is threatening. I don't want to come across as threatening while drawing something very sweet. That is counterproductive. Insert anything again because I got caught in a pit of buffering. Ah, God. Missed. Well, darn. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna say this is probably enough. We'll have plenty of opportunity to raid into Cider. So yeah, let's go. Say hi to someone else, such as yes. I don't know when I last got to raid into this person. Yeah, Send me diary. Okay. I can stay for raid? Okay. Gonna stay for the raid. Everyone on YouTube, thank you so much for sticking around if you stuck around. If not, then still thank you. I don't know. Anyway, please remember to leave a like and subscribe and all that good stuff. It really means a lot. Yeah. Yeah, take care. And remember that you're loved, okay? Bye. Okay, let us go there.